Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Sheila Beela, and I'm coming to you with another review of Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 5, Episode 6. I believe it's called Keep It 100. Um, yeah. It actually picks up where it left off when Eva, aka Madam from Tyler Perry's All the Queen's Men, she comes in and she is like the fixer. She handles business. She says she get stuff done. Okay? So she comes in and everybody is greeting everybody, and then they go and they sit down over in the living area and they're talking. And so Andy has this voice, and I'm trying to figure out why is Andy's voice so okay. It's like one of the most naivest voices ever. It's almost like she's timid, she doesn't know, and she's just okay. And Madam is like, yeah, you didn't tell her who I was. And then Fatima is like, yeah, this is my cousin. We used to be really, really close back in the day. They actually was kind of in the same business as far as, I guess, gangster disciples. I don't know what they was. They get stuff done until Fatima decided she wanted to, stand up and fly right, and Madam was telling Andy that, Fatima left, so she had to continue on business as usual without her. And Andy's asking her questions like, okay, so, what do you do? And all, just a bunch of questions. And when Madam would give her the answer, she would say, oh. And Madam is like, oh, what you mean? Oh, are you judging? No, I'm not judging. I'm just taking it all in. And then they were telling Andy, well, it was actually Angela, Angela is an instigator. I've noticed that in this episode. She was kind of instigator. Yeah, tell her who you are, Madam. Yeah, tell the story. Because another thing that happened too, Madam said that, Fatima said that Madam is the one that handled the Hayden situation, with him being on top of the car and all that stuff. And she was just like, oh, all that. And Angela's like, yeah, tell her the story. I'd like to hear the story again. I'm like, girl, you an instigator. I don't know, child. She like a little bit of drama. So they're sitting down and they're talking, and Fatima asks Madam that Andy needed some help. And Andy was kind of like, yeah, can you help me? I want to know. And so Madam is saying, oh, because first Andy brought up the fact, yeah, I have a friend that's in jail involved in the bank robbery. And then Madam begins to say, oh, Sabrina, whatever her last name is, and she is in jail. And they were both looking like, how do you know that? And Madam says, I make it a point to know whose house I'm going over and everything that's really pertaining to that person. So pretty much Madam did a background check on her and her friends and everybody else involved in Andy's life. So she was like, yeah, can you help me? She was like, yeah, I can help you. Hold on one moment. And before she said that she could help her, Angela was on the other hand, was like, are you sure you need her help? Because she gonna need some favor for a favor. And when Madam figured out that Andy was an attorney, she was like, yeah, okay, I could use you. So Madam gets up, she makes her phone call, and Andy's like, oh, she's just gonna get up? Oh, she's going to make the call right now? And Fatima is like, yeah, girl, yeah. And Fatima is just so in awe and watching her work. Like, you know how you got big sis, little sis, big bro, little bro? The little bro, little sis always looking up to they big, the elders like, oh, yeah, she going to get it done. Oh, yeah. Oh, watch her. It was almost like an excitement for Fatima as well. So Madam comes back and she gives Andy the information and said she's going to go before the judge on Monday. This is a number you can go in and call her. You can call her right now if you want to. You can see her and talk to her whenever you need to or whatever. And Andy is just like, how in the world did you do that? She was like, the judge, I know the judge. She owes me a favor. Yeah, I caught her on tape. She likes to go and mess around with my dancers and don't pay. So yeah, I got her like that. When I call, she jumps. And Andy is like, oh wow. And then she said, and Madam also told Andy, if this judge gives you any problems, let me know and I'll take care of it. So Andy is like, oh, wow. She was like, okay, yeah, this is good information. So, they say cheers and, call it. I guess it's not called that because he got more scenes, but yeah, they are happy at the end. So back over at Karen's house, you have the gang is all there outside of Fatima. They're sitting down and they're talking. And the mother, Mama Lisa, is like, okay, so are you ready to, go ahead and start reading your letters? And at first, Karen had her reservations because she didn't want to, I guess, open up the can of emotions that are about to be invoked at this table. But she go ahead and she begins to read the letters. And she said that she will start with Aaron. So she's sitting there and she's looking at Aaron and she's telling Aaron about how they first met and, about the wife, and the wife thought they were sleeping together and they were not. And she just wished that she would have met Aaron because she was in an old sorry relationship with a fool, Zach. And Zach over there all in his feelings like, you know what? I don't have time for this. He stands up. The mama is like, sit down. You're going to listen to this. And then Karen commits to reading about, she loves him, but she's not in love with him. And she wish she would have met him beforehand. Everybody is getting emotional. She really talking about the bad relationship she was in. And she wasted so much time and energy on her last relationship. Child, we all know you talking about Zach. You ain't got to say last. Just say Zach. You wasted so much time on Zach. You thought he was going to do right, but he didn't. And then here comes you. Aaron came in a crazy situation. And she just don't have the energy to love anyone else. And Zach is over there like, you know what? I'm leaving. Mama Lisa is like, boy, if you don't sit down, that's a demand. And then she commits to say, I love you, but I'm not in love with you, Aaron. And she just really pretty much, she's saying that she wants to be available for Aaron, but her heart just won't let her because all the energy that she had, she wasted it on this no good Negro Zach that didn't mean her no good. And Aaron is over there, talking about, she landed on thick too. You were there for me. You always call and check on me. You rub my feet when they hurt. You pay for stuff. Child, I'm like, girl, okay. So tell us how you really feel. Anyway, so after she gets to laying it all out on the line, and Aaron, he's just like, I understand how you feel. And she wanted to be that energy for Karen. And he thought that if he showed her something different, then that would make a spark in her to love him the way that he wants Karen to love him. Now we're talking about Aaron. So the mama makes this whole analogy like a cable box and a fuse, and the fuse done gone out the box, not the cable box, but I guess the box that's on the back of the house. When the electricity goes off, you got to go to the back and push to revive the energy cable. Child, I don't know, cable boxes and all that stuff, and the sparks, and get the juices back going, and child, just a bunch of stuff about sparks and fusions. Yeah. So he wanted to be that for Karen. Karen don't know if she has the energy to do it. Zach over there mad. He over there crying. Aaron over there crying. And mom over there looking like, I think we're going somewhere. Child, it's just a big ball of emotions that pretty much Zach wasn't able to take. And she really making Aaron look like he is the perfect guy and Zach is just the scum of the earth. But then, Karen, did you forget when Zach was trying to make it work with you? When he took a knife for you, when he was cleaning up your house, when he was really trying to do better, and I guess you was just so fed up that you was not trying to see the efforts that Zach was getting. And I believe that's why Zach was getting upset, because he was like, man, I really was trying. And then he saw you in the hotel room while you was, being pleasured by Aaron, and he had to come in and see that. So Zach got feelings too. Even though he was cheating on you and all that stuff, when he tried to make it better, it was almost for you, Karen, too little too late for Zach. So he was just you know, kind of thrown away, so to speak. He took the man granddaddy ashes, put his clothes on the curb. Goodwill come picking him up. You kind of Karen, did you forget any of that? You must have had. You forgot all of that. Zach wasn't the only. I mean, in the beginning, yes, but when he tried, yeah, you weren't trying no more. So you need to take accountability too, Karen. It ain't just all Zach, especially not in the ending part of their relationship. So now Paris enters the Tyler Perry universe once again. So Robin is in his office working. Paris is the janitor, the janitor, as Robin calls him. And he's just like, hey, yeah, man, I get your trash. And Robin is like, so who are you? He said, I don't know if Paris said I'm Paris, or Robin said, you're Paris, right? And Paris was like, yeah, how you know? Who are you? He was like, I'm Robin. Oh, and you're Robin, and oh, I own the place. And then, but Robin started asking him about Andy. So you know Andy? You went on dates with Andy? And I'm glad that Paris didn't give Robin any information. He just kind of let Robin ask the questions. And it's like because Paris, he got a lot of street smarts. So in his spirit, he was having the spirit of discernment, thinking like, this ain't right. So I'm just gonna keep it cute, keep it on mute. No, I do not know Aaron. Excuse me. No, I do not know Andy. No, I have not been on a date with Andy. Do you want me to get your trash? I get your trash. All right. You have a good day, Mr. Robin. I'm gonna be out here in this hallway. So Robin over there looking like he got dirt on his face. Now he trying to figure out a plan to get Andy back. So back over at the bar, Danny, and what is this man's name? I don't even, can somebody leave it in the comments? What's this man's name? Because I really don't know what the man's name is. I'm just gonna say contender number 5. Because Danny always meets somebody, taking them back to her house, all kind of strangers, strange walks of life, just come and meet a man and bring him to your house. Anyway, so Danny is sitting here with what I said I was gonna call this man? Contender number 5. With contender number 5. They over here drinking and they getting drunk. Contender number 5 is thinking that he is going to have a good night with Danny, because he says he normally don't go to bars and buy drinks for women, and they don't end up putting out by the end of the night. And I just want to say this one thing, and this was really bothering me. I don't know if it was just me, but Danny boobs, her breasts, looked like they were squoles and stuffed inside of that shirt. I said, all the blood in her chest is being it's being pushed out through them boobs. Cause I was like, child, is that shirt too small? Oh, I don't know the look you was going for, but yeah, you was looking a little swollen in the chest area. But anyway, so she over there, she getting drunk. She telling contender number 5, like, I'm not that girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't put out like that, which you kind of do. But she says, it's up to me whether or not if I want to sleep with you or not. It's up to me if you're going to come to my house. You don't make those decisions. Yeah, we can be cool, but this right here, it just stays right here. Anyway, child, contender number 5 said, that's what you think. Anyway, so back over at the house, They're sitting down, they're talking, and Madam brings up Zach. When am I gonna get to see Zach? And Angela over there instigating again. Tell him, like, child. But while they're trying to talk and get more information about Zach, Andy keeps getting a phone call. Ring, 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 ring. And so they're like, oh, it's him. He's calling again. So while she's sitting there in the conversation, she gets up to take the phone call and she walks out. And then they're sitting there like, oh, yeah, that's him. So she going out to figure out what they talking about. Yeah, this is the part where she left. I had took another screenshot because they was talking about Zach and going to see Zach and all that stuff. So Andy's outside and she's talking to Robin. And Robin, like I said, he got dirt on his face because Paris told him that, yeah, I see Robin around, but I see Andy around, but it is what it is. She just work here. I empty out folks' trash. And Robin is trying to get Andy to meet him, I guess at the Stingray, the Sting Bar, or whatever. And so Andy is just being real. Yes, sir. No, sir. Is this about work? The Stingray is not a workplace. So no, we're not doing that. No. No. Okay, sir. No, sir. All right. Well, bye, sir. Anyway, so that conversation, and it's almost like now that Robin has gotten the information that I guess he needed, he wants to continue the relationship that he had with Andy pre-information that he found out about Paris. So now Andy has the upper hand and she is going to milk this until she can't milk it no more. And I'm okay with that too, because Robin, he was real disrespectful. Even though Andy was out here giving her goods and services to people, it's still, Robin, you don't need to be coming at her like that. You trying to lay down the law on her. But anyway, so yeah, they having a whole back and forth conversation. Yes, sir. No, sir. This isn't work related, sir. So, Chad, I had to take a snapshot of this picture. Cause this nigga, excuse me. This man, he looking like, you thought you you thought you had hold on. You thought you had me locked out, didn't you? Did you really think you could keep me out? Child. That boy told Calvin's like, how did you get in here? He said, boy, I'm a thug. How you think I got in here? You think a lock gonna keep me up out of this house? And so Calvin is like, don't make me beat you up like I did at first. I said, Calvin, you beat him up? Did you really? And then you know what? I want to give a shout out to Always Mine, because she did leave in a comment. She said, child, Calvin then sit up here and change the locks. That ain't gonna help nobody. In which it don't. Because I was thinking in my mind, oh, okay, well, that's good. That's good. I forgot we're looking at a common criminal that breaks inside of anything. So yeah, he broke in and he was just like, you thought you was gonna keep me out? And Calvin always talking like he just so bad. Like he just a beat up anybody. And Q was just looking at him like, boy, you had on a blouse. And I really didn't understand what that mean. I don't know if Q was agreeing that Calvin beat him up, but from what I saw, I didn't see nobody just get beat up like that. I know the other boy had helped him. So I really didn't understand the conversation. And then Q brings up the fact that, Maurice had told him about how he got beat up in the bank and he twirled around screaming. And also Q brings up Calvin liking these vibrators. And Q was just like, no, what he said? He said, tell me, I'll tell you what it is. Did he say, you want this? Or I can give you what you want. You don't have to play no games with me. I can give you what you want while you in your room playing with your vibrators. I know Calvin just ain't in here playing with no vibrators like that now. Q, you trying to make him seem like that's all he got. Now, he did have that one woman lollygagging up and through the house. But anyway, he just making it seem like That's all Calvin do is sit up and play with vibrators all day. And then Calvin is like, you're not going to get away with this. Who do you think you are? You just to be in the house. And Calvin is trying to get him to leave, but Q still taking his stance and I'm not going nowhere. You really got me messed up. I'm not going nowhere. But I can take care of you though. Whenever you need me to, whenever you're ready, I can take care of you. So Calvin, he gets in his feelings and he walks off and he leaves. So I don't know. Calvin, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? My best bet is, child, just stay gone until you can get him out. Because he keep embarrassing you every time you come home and he's sitting on that couch looking like this. You know what? I cannot. So, back over at Fatima's house, they're sitting there and they're talking. And Madam is still asking about Zach. Fatima brings up the fact that Zach is over to Karen's house and they're trying to have this whole sit down. And Madam is like, so you let him go over there? She was just like, well, yeah, they just trying to figure some stuff out. And Fatima said they invited me to go over, but I didn't go. Madam was like, what? You didn't go? Come on, well, shoot, they invited you. That ain't nothing but a word. Let's go. Fatima like, no, I don't want to go over there. I don't think it's appropriate. She pregnant and all this other stuff. But she's saying, so you're letting her pretty much dictate what's going on. Fatima, you need to you need to take over and let her know that she ain't running nothing. Pretty much, she ain't running nothing. You need to check her, Fatima. That's what you need to do. And so Fatima, her wheels are turning and she's thinking, she's just like, I know, but she don't want to cause any issues. Fatima just trying to keep it cute. She's not trying to elevate the situation no higher than it already is. But Karen continues to overstep when it comes to Zach and Fatima's relationship. And Fatima does need to let her know you can't do that. But I just kind of wanted them to work it out first and then Fatima and Karen talk. But, this ain't me. This ain't my writing. And then they hear this loud noise. Boom, 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 boom. And so Madam, she turned around. She looking like, what is that? She told me, oh, that's the tenant. That's Zach's tenant. And what is she doing? They like, what is going on? Oh, I think I missed something because I didn't miss this part. Zach ends up calling Fatima and telling Fatima that they're on a break. He should be back home in 20 minutes. And it's getting real intense. It's a lot of emotions flying. And, I'll let you know when I get ready to leave because I'll be back in about 20 minutes or whatever. So they talk about that. So now this is when they hear all the music and stuff going on. And Fatima is telling her, like, it's the tenant. She been getting on my nerves. She been trying me. And Madam is like, well, let's go see this tenant. Let's go see this tenant. So they get up and they walk over there. Did y'all notice that Fatima and Angela walked all the way around the mulberry bush just to go next door to knock on that girl Deja door? But Madam is literally right here. So they all couldn't they must have all couldn't fit going through that little pathway? Is that why they walked all the way around the bushes to go right next door? And then after the conversation was over, they walked all the way back around the bush. I said, y'all just can't inch on through this space. But anyway, child. So Fatima goes knock on the door. Knock, 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 knock. Deja come out smiling because she thought it was Zach. So when she come out, she talking cold hard cash money. She like, yeah, you think you could just come over here and start stuff with me and you already broke my hand. Well, you didn't break it. I already let you shut my hand in the door and in the locker. And she just running her mouth going on and on and on. But I'm not going to let you do this to me. I should sue you. Fatima, she just over there keeping it cute. Just like, yeah, you got me messed up. And then Madam taps on her shoulder. She like, hold on, girl, wait. You know, this is all a scheme that Ty set up. But anyway, hold on, girl, wait. While she's still over there trying to give Fatima a piece of her mind, then she look over, she like, oh, madam. She said, oh, so you know me, huh? Well, I mean, yeah, I know of you. I know what you know about me. What you know about me? What you know about me? My lip gloss is popping. Anyway, so she was just like, well, I heard things. What have you heard? Things. What have you heard? Just a little bit of this. And so how do you know me? Because I dance. Because mind you, she was showing Fatima and Angela her body. Because Angela asked her, what do? She said, look at this body. Look at this body. But yeah, she tell her madam that she danced. Oh, so that's how you know me, because you one of the dancers. So you know what I do. Yes, I do know what you do. Yes, yes. And you messing with my cousin. Hold on, wait. She your cousin? Then she gonna look over at Fatima and say, Tina. She was like, girl, you don't know. Tina. I said, oh, y'all, no. Tima. Tell my girl, you don't know me like that. But Tima. I said, girl, look at you. Shaking in your heels, huh? Shaking in your stripper heels. But anyway, so she looked back over at Madam like, you know, I'm sorry. It ain't nothing. I'll keep the music down. I stop calling this lady man. Cause you know, Madam like, you gonna keep your music down. You gonna pay your rent on time. You not gonna be sitting up here causing drama with Fatima and her man, because I don't play about my money. I guess she said her, and I don't play about my blood. And that right there is my blood. And keep playing with me. I'm not going to come over here no more. I'm going to send somebody over here. And I know you got all these speakers and all that stuff, but that ain't going to mean nothing to me, because you're going to leave here in a coffin. I said, get that. You going to have a whole funeral arrangement inside that lady's house? Coffins and all. But anyway, child, Deja like, the music is down. I ain't going to say nothing else to that. Child, I'm good. We all good? Yes, yes. Don't worry about me. I'm good, girl. She run on skedaddle in the house. And then, child, Eva, madam gone in her little house. I mean, over next door. And everybody walk on back on around. I said, so y'all couldn't just scoot through there? Y'all couldn't just scoot? Anyway. So now here go Danny. Danny and her squaws top. Child. So she over here with contender number 9. Excuse me, to contender number 5. Danny brings him to her house. Danny barely even know this man. But Danny bring the man into her house. They sit down and they talking. Danny commenced to tell him that I'm not no 304. I'm just trying to have a hot girl summer. He like, what's a hot girl summer? She says she wants to have just a rotation. She just wants the rotation. She just want to pretty much do what her body want her to do and not be judged for it. And she's sitting over here telling contender number 5 that if she want to do something with him, she will. If she don't, she don't. And he's saying, so I guess I don't have no say in this. And she was like, no, because it's my body. But I guess he said, well, it's my body too. She looked at him like, what you mean? Oh, okay, now I get it. He talking about it's his body, and if he don't want to do nothing with her, then he don't have to either. So then they end up going to drink some more. She gets up, get the drink. What you drink, Brown? Okay. She sits back down. They take a shot. And then she said, they get on this thing like, you show me yours, I show you mine. And Danny said, you see what I'm working with. Contender number 5 said, he's a flower. He said, he a whole flower. She said, a flower? What does that mean? Girl, he talking about he is delicate and gentle. I said, he sure is delicate and gentle, because as soon as you touch her, he break off, if you know what I mean. As soon as you touch her, the leaves kind of fall off, if you know what I mean. He is delicate and gentle, because as soon as you touch him, the stuff just don't. Child, anyway. So they get to kissing, right? You know, they making out. And Danny kind of touch on his little chest. Then she get a little lower. Then she get a little lower. Then she hit that good region area, right? So she tapping in that good southern region area. Here he go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, wait. I'm almost. I said, I know we are not doing this tonight. We are not doing this tonight. So, yes. Then it looking like, what is wrong with you? So she took her hands off, right? He like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I was almost. She said, that's the problem. You was almost there. Almost there. Shout out to the princess and the frog. But anyway, he was almost there. And she was just looking like, I barely even tapped you. And all your clothes are still on. Your pants are still zipped up. And your shirt is still buttoned. Your shoes and socks are still on. And you almost there. Make it make sense, Mr. Gentle Flower, Mr. Contender number 5. So, luckily, then he gets a phone call. Ring, 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 ring. And it's from Andy. Andy, what are you doing? Andy telling Danny. She said, girl, nothing. I ain't doing absolutely nothing. So while she on the phone with Danny, contender number 5, child on her back, all on her, they rolling around on the floor, and Danny trying to get away from him. And so that is when Andy said, well, I got some information on Sabrina. I'm going tomorrow. I'm going to go see her. And Danny like, hey, I'm going too. She was like, girl, you're not a lawyer. Danny said, but I'm your boss, so I'm going too. And as they were talking, she heard all this commotion in the background. Andy is, and then contender number 5, he said something like, are you ready or something? And she said, okay, well, tell the man I said bye. And so they say bye. And then it gets off the phone, looking at what in the world have I gotten myself into? But anyway, so while Andy still on her beautiful couch in her beautiful home, oh my God, it's just so beautiful, just the colors. Anyway, so she's going through her voicemail messages, and she gets the voicemail from Paris. Paris did not have to do this, but he did. He is telling Andy that he talked to Robin, and Robin was asking him a bunch of questions, but he didn't tell Robin anything. So after she finished listening to the voicemail message, she ends up calling Paris on the phone. But my thing is this, Andy, you so rude and you so disrespectful. And now I be seeing why people be doing you like you do. Because she was just all in Madam's face, acting like she was what? Like she's just so dumb and naive. But then when somebody else is helping you, which is Paris, I guess you don't look at him as the same level, because Paris did tell Robin that Andy was out of his league, and that made Robin feel a little bit better about his little ego. But anyway, so Andy is being so rude. Like, she didn't say, how you doing? How you feeling? How your mama doing? You still live with your mama? She didn't say none of that. Only thing she's saying is, oh, I got your voicemail. He was like, well, good night to good day to you too. So what's going on? Well, Robin talked to me. I didn't tell him nothing. I was just suspicious. He was asking me questions if we dated, if we messed around. I didn't tell him nothing. She's like, oh, really? It is suspicious. I was like, girl, he doing you a favor. Because he could have told him the truth, that you was sleeping on his mama couch. While his mama was in the next room, you was getting your back blown out by him. But he didn't do you like that. He spared you. Anyway, so after she got the information she needed from Paris, then she gets off the phone. Child, now this girl over here crying. I'm like, girl, okay, your tears. So while she's crying, her mother is consoling her, because the mother did say that between the men, they have like what is it? Masculine toxicity. So I guess it's whoever got the biggest chest between the two. But anyway, Karen over there crying because she's all the emotions after she done read the letter to Aaron. They had the intermission. And then it's time to start it's time to start again. So as they're beginning to sit down, and now it's Zach's turn, and she gets her papers ready, and she tells Zach, well, Zach, I'm really not trying to make you look, she said, I'm not trying to make you just put everything on you. She said, I'm really not trying to, I know I'm wording it wrong, but she said pretty much she wasn't trying to just put everything on him like it's all his fault or whatever. But as she was about to get ready to read, then you hear her knock, 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 knock on the door. And so everybody's like, who could that be? Who could that be? Who is it? So Mama Lisa get up, she opens the door, and it's da da da. Hi, who are you? I'm Fatima. There has been a shift in the atmosphere. All right, y'all. This is Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 5, Episode 6. Y'all, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't subscribe to the channel, please like, because when you like it, it helps me go through the algorithm so more people can see and look at my content, so I can get more subscribers and I could, be on the road. But anyway, what y'all think about this episode? This was something. I mean, it was a good episode. It was refreshing to see Eva in this episode, I thought, because she kind of changed the little atmosphere a little bit. I did like her old bossy, her little bossy ways or whatever. And I did like the fact that Parrish, he was a real one in this episode. He didn't, he kind of he stuck to his guns. I did like that. Karen, child, you're going to have to figure out your life. Zach, you're going to have to calm down, too. You're going to have to listen to these hard truths. Because even though, Zach, you don't think that's the way that everything was, this is still Karen's truth. And then when it's Zach's turn, Karen, you're going to have to hear Zach's truth. So overall, I think this episode was pretty good. Y'all, this is Sheila Beasley. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe, as I said earlier. And bye. Have a great day.